kid, man. We up and at 'em early on this Sunday morning. As they say, the early bird gets the worm. Y'all know the grind never stops, man. I'm in here with some early morning sessions, but I had a little downtime. So I want to go ahead and get some things off of my chest. So hopefully y'all up, putting in some work, being efficient, and got about an hour to spare to listen to this build, listen to what I have to say, this early morning sermon. We about to do some teaching, man. We about to do some teaching. So what's the word, man? Let me know how y'all feeling and living on this Sunday morning. Again, this wasn't expected, but I had some little downtime, so you already know I'm a build. Mr. Rowe, peace, what's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling on this Sunday morning, man? We getting it in. Grind never stops out here, man. We got to make a way. You know, they don't give us opportunities. We create the opportunities. And sometimes creating opportunities involves having to make some sacrifices. So it is what it is. Shout out to my peoples that's out here grinding, making the proper sacrifices to basically create opportunities for themselves. Steph, peace, what's happening? Jeff, peace, what's the word? Miami Soldier, peace. Grant, peace, what's happening? Joy the Serpent, peace, what's the word? What's the word, everybody, man? Y'all see the topic or the title for this particular stream, man. We talking about people, man. We talking about people. I'm gonna drop some little jewels on y'all in reference to people, man. People know how I feel about people for the most part. I'm gonna explain some things in regards to why I feel the way that I feel a lot of times, man, about people. C Square, peace, what's happening? Brandon, peace. Big O, peace, what's happening? You know, I tend to not have the best perspective when it comes to dealing with people. You know, just like everybody else, man, I done been betrayed. I done had situations where people that I've been knowing fresh out of the womb, been jealous and envious, things like that, man. I done had people that was close to me steal money from me, all type of stuff that wasn't supposed to go down that happened, man. A lot of that I had to learn the hard way, man. You know, and that shaped my perspective in regards to forming so-called friendships and relationships with people. That's why I rock a lot with Zero, you know, as the rapper Zero. He talks about being one deep and things like that. Outside of a relationship that you may have, like with your partner, man, I don't be rocking with a lot of people. I don't have no entourage of people. You know, like I said, outside of me and my lady, man, I'm rolling solo dolo, man. Even if I go to a family function, I'm not interacting with all the family like that. You know, I'm that person. I don't rock with a lot of people, man, because at the end of the day, I see through the facade in regards to most people, man. A lot of people, like I said, when you study business, when you study marketing, they tell you one thing gonna come up consistently when you study in marketing. And it's gonna tell you, people don't necessarily care about you. They care about what you can do for them. And that's an actual fact. That's a life jewel. That's a life jewel, man. People don't care about you. They care about what you can do for them. Do the knowledge, analyze your situations, and I guarantee you that you can confirm what I just said. If you analyze your life and you analyze most of your relationships that you've had, be it family, spouse, former spouse, friends, co-worker, whatever the case may be, I guarantee you what I just said will prove to be true. People don't care about you. They care about what you can do for them. Point blank, period. Point blank. Salacious, peace, what's happening? That's what people care about. You might be one of the people. You might be one of the ones, Redbird, peace, what's happening? So a lot of times when we out here dealing with people, we got to understand that simple science. For the most part, everybody has an agenda. You know what I'm saying? And you playing a role in somebody else's agenda, man. They're using you for something, man. They feel like you have something that's beneficial to them, whether it's information, whether it's strength, whether it's a service. For the most part, that's the only reason that people are keeping you around or interacting with you. Man, listen, a very small percentage of people actually genuinely care about you. For real, man. If you got a large circle of friends, man, I guarantee you, very small percentage of that circle genuinely cares about you. The other large portion of that circle, they using you for something. Snuggles, peace, what's happening? And yeah, people want to say, oh, that's pessimistic, this, that, and the third. Whatever. It's a reality. It's a reality. Joe, peace, what's happening? It's a reality that helps me maneuver through life without getting burned, backstabbed, things like that. Like straight up. That's why I don't have a circle. And I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'd rather be, again, outside of having your lady, having, you know what I'm saying, if you're the woman, having the man that you with, outside of that, man, I don't need, like I said, I don't need large entourage. That ain't gonna make me feel any better, man. I don't need that. Because then that's more people that I gotta keep my eye on. Think about it. That's more people that you gotta be, man, you gotta watch your back. You gotta, if you got a circle that's 10 deep, those are 10 people that you gotta keep your eyes on them. You gotta watch them. You gotta watch them, man. You gotta watch them. Because again, I don't live with expectations. I'm not about to be rocking with somebody and be like, oh no, I've been doing such and such for 20 plus years. They'll never do X, Y, and Z. That's not how I rock. That's not, if anything, I've been rocking with such and such for 20 years. That's gonna make me think, oh, they probably think they can get over on me because we've been knowing each other for so long. Those are the people you gotta watch the most. You gotta watch them the most. You gotta watch them the most, man. Like just do the knowledge to people, man. Y'all done been in those type of relationships and situations and things like that, man. People, listen. I was studying this D-Piece, What's Happening. I was reading this marketing book. Simple book. It's called Marketing for Dummies. And they was just talking about tapping into the subconscious mind or the unconscious mind of an audience opposed to the conscious mind. You know, they were saying for business purposes, for marketing purposes, it's best to tap into the unconscious because the unconscious mind drives 90% of what we do. The conscious mind only accounts for 10% of the decisions that we make, of how we move. So why would you try to market to the conscious mind? You know, and then they broke down some things that's driven by and they broke down how the conscious mind and the unconscious mind tend to disagree. One of the disagreements that they said after doing some research, they said on the surface level, people like to talk about being independent, not needing anybody. But deep down in the unconscious region, these same people have this longing for relationships. So they want to be around people. So on the surface, they telling you, I'm good, I'm independent, I don't need X, Y, and Z. But subconsciously or unconsciously, a relationship is something that they actually striving for. That's what they actually want. So when that's the true reality of the situation, man, you got to understand that again. That's where you come in. What can you do for me? You can supply me with that relationship. You can supply me with that feeling of security. Whatever it is that somebody feels like you providing for them, then that's why they're going to keep you around. That's why they're going to keep you around. The moment that you stop moving how they expect for you to move, we have a problem. We have a problem because you was only a character in their story. You was only supposed to come through and supply them with this happily ever after type of friendship or relationship. You know what I'm saying? So they ignore a lot of how you actually are as a person. So then when we really get down to the nitty gritty and the so-called truth starts coming out, they like, hold on. You ain't supposed to be acting like this. You ain't supposed to be, you supposed to be talking to me like this. You supposed to be showing your love to me like that. This is how you supposed to be acting towards me. And the moment you don't do any of this, it's a problem. Whole while, that's how you were initially. That's how you always were. Ricky Peace, appreciate that donation. Redbird for sure. You know, I got plenty of people that keep me around for information, informative purposes, educational purposes. It's people that literally try to keep me close just so they can extract some information from me. Like straight up. They keep me close so they can get some free information, some free tips from me as far as like what I do. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that at all. I don't have time for that at all, man. If I feel like you using me and I don't feel like it's genuine, I'm not about to rock with you. I'm not about to rock with you at all. Point blank, period. Ray Sean, peace, what's happening? Boom Crypto for sure. Always write your own script. Oh, Jeff, yeah, the moment you start saying no, big problem. Big problem. Like I said, people want you to be who they want you to be. They don't listen, very rarely will somebody actually accept you for who you are. What's the big thing? Just in every relationship, what are some of the big concepts that always come up? Sacrifices, change, things like that. It sounds all good, but what people are actually saying when they talking about change, man, they want you to be a totally different person than who you are because they're not satisfied with who you are as a person. That's garbage. One thing about evolution is it's gotta come naturally. That's what people don't realize and understand. In a lot of these friendships, relationships, partnerships, whatever you call them, people try to force somebody to evolve, and they try to force them to evolve in a way that they may not be ready to evolve, or they may not even want to evolve that way. They may not even supposed to evolve that way. And wonder why you get a natural disaster, as I call it. H Wade, peace, peace. Appreciate that donation. Oh man, H Wade, what you say? Going through this now, about to separate with my wife. Man, hey, matter of fact, I got a homeboy. Now this is one of the ones that I would consider a homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And this, I very rarely use this word. But I had just chopped it up with him like 2 months ago. Same situation. He was just like, man, he was with his wife. I forgot how long they was together, man, but he was just like, man, I'm striving to eat right. I'm coming into this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of things he was coming into, man. He evolving, he growing. And he was just like, man, she ain't with it. And she actually trying to do things to hinder my progress type deal. Like basically his wife is jealous and envious that he is attaining some discipline right now. And she trying to bring him down. You know those type of situations, you in a relationship and you like, you know what? I came across something that told me I need to stop eating X, Y, and Z. Then instead of her being supportive, she cooking all the food that you just said you trying to stay away from. Nope. I told dude, exit stage left. I don't care how many kids y'all got together, man, bro, leave. Leave that, bro. That's not going to end well for you. That's not going to end well for you. She wants you to be the same dude that you were in the beginning when y'all first met. You know what I'm saying? This brother that I'm talking about, he spent time, he got locked up, did all that type of stuff. I said, she wants you to be that guy. She wants you to be that guy. She don't want you to be this new guy. She don't want you to stop eating meat. She don't want you to have this knowledge. She don't want you to start reading more. She wants you to be that guy. No, she wants you, like, again, she wants you to be who she wants you to be. She don't want you to evolve on your own time. I'm like, no, sir, get away from that. Get away from that. Get away. I'm not one of those ones, bro. When people start asking me for like advice, I'm one of the ones that'll tell you leave. I don't care. I don't care if y'all got 15 kids together. If she doing some wicked, leave. Because it's never going to end well for the guy. It's never going to end well for you, bro. Never. It's never going to end well for you, bro. So if you feel like she on some slick nonsense and it's been going on for too long, leave. Just do what you got to do, man. If you got to pay the child, whatever it is you got to do, but you got to free yourself from a situation like that. I'm one of the ones that'll tell you to leave. I'm not one of the ones going to tell you, hey, try to make it work. Nah, if you've been trying to make it work for some years and it just wasn't meant to be, take heed to that. Take heed to that vibe and that energy. We ain't trying to force something to work that wasn't meant to work in the first place. Leave. I'm one of the ones. I will tell you that quickly. Don't stick around in that toxic situation, man. Leave. Leave. You're going to feel much better. Oh, magic for sure. And that's another good measuring tool. Elevation. Once you start to make changes in your life. And that's what happened with me, basically. That's when I started seeing the fraud in everybody else. Once I started to I don't even want to say change, man, because I've always been a different person, man. But once I started to embrace myself, once I got comfortable with my uniqueness, then that's when I started seeing everybody's true colors. When I was doing the same thing, when I was going to all the functions with everybody else, going to the parties and the clubs with everybody else, well, nobody had anything to say. When I was out here living toxic like everybody else, ain't nobody had anything to say. It's the moment I said, you know what, this stuff really ain't me. I'd rather sit back, read a book or two. That's when I started seeing everybody true colors. And I was like, oh, okay. They was like, oh, you different. You changed. You don't want to go out with us no more. You just rather read books, this, that, and the third. You changed. It's like, nah, man. I'm like, for one, you saying that like that's a negative. Nothing is wrong with that. Brothers getting shot left and right out here. I'd rather stay in the crib, read a book, get my knowledge up. Work on something that's going to help me in the future opposed to going out. And I did that early. And people started looking at you differently. They started judging you differently. I'm like, man, maybe one day y'all going to understand. Now y'all just don't get it. But I got a lot of flack for that. You know, a lot of flack for that. And I had to just eat it. I had to disconnect from a lot of folk. I had to disconnect from a lot of folk simply because I decided to better my life. You know? True colors come out. If you want to see if somebody is genuine or not, just start evolving on them. Just start making changes. You would definitely see what's up. Amari, peace, what's happening? H-Wave for sure. For sure. Mike, and it's crazy, man. I know a lot of people that have been placed in a situation like that. People are falling out with individuals because they don't want to do things like party anymore. And again, that's because people want you to be who they want you to be. They want you to be a certain type of person when it's convenient for them. They want you to be the party friend when it's time for them to party. They want you to be the laid back person when they need that laid back energy. They want you to be the knowledgeable person when they need some knowledge. They want you to be the listener when they need somebody to vent to. That's it. That's all. People rarely actually want you to be yourself out here these days. People rarely allow that. People rarely embrace that and accept that. That's just a fact, man. That's just the truth of life, man. You analyze your life, I'm telling you. What I'm saying will be confirmed just by you analyzing your life. I don't care if it's moms, pops, brother, sister, aunt, grandma, uncle. People want you to be who they want you to be. Point blank, period. Even your mom still probably viewing you like you that you're 15, like you the 15-year-old son still. Nah, moms, I'm a grown man. It's hard for a lot of people to embrace and accept the fact that you changed, that you different, that you unique, that you traveling down a different path than you was traveling down 5-10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? If you came up under certain rules and regulations, it's hard for your parents to be like, okay, we raised him this way, but now he's going that way. It's hard. They don't want you to be that person. Deep down inside, even if on the surface they make it seem like they accept it, deep down they really don't. Deep down they really don't. If your parents brought you up as a Christian and now you saying I'm an atheist, I don't care what they telling you on the surface. Deep down they don't like that. Deep down they feel like you about to burn for eternity. Deep down they feel like you need to be saved. And I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. Shantae Peach Queen, what's happening? Like, I don't care what people say, man. Deep down, and just like I said when I was studying that marketing book, and they tell you that the conscious mind and the unconscious mind tend to disagree. When I first got into personal training, first that they told me, they was like, when you ask a person, why do they want to lose weight or why do they want to achieve their health goal? They're going to initially tell you something, right? But the way that I was instructed, they was like, that's their surface level answer. You got to keep asking them questions because the reason is always deeper than what they initially tell you. And that's a fact. That's a fact. We always got to go beyond the surface. When you're talking to people, you always got to go beyond the surface. Always got to go beyond the surface. Always got to look past what they telling you. Because what they telling you is not truly how they feel. It's not true. If you ask a person a question right now and they answer instantly, that's not truly how they feel. That might be it might be like 50% of the situation. Like right now, if I ask you why you want to get in shape, like I'm gonna just give you a prime example because I did this 1,000 times. If somebody got a goal to lose weight and I initially ask them, why do you want to lose 50 pounds? They gonna come out and say, oh, I just want to feel good. But then when I keep asking them questions, it's gonna turn into, man, my pops died of diabetes when he was 55 and I don't want to go down that path. That's your true reason. That's your underlying reason for wanting to drop 50, not just I want to feel good. When you keep asking that person questions, you're going to get to the root. You're going to get to the unconscious root as to why they want to actually get in shape. It's not going to be what they tell you initially. Guarantee you, it's going to be a lot deeper than what they tell you initially. Guarantee you. Rashawn, peace, what's happening? D-Monte, peace, what's happening? Oh, yeah, Redbird for sure. Original one, what's happening? Yeah, they fear it. You know, they fear it. They fear it for themselves, and this is the first thing. People fear evolution for themselves because they lack discipline to do certain things. So then when they see somebody that doesn't lack the discipline, that's evolving, elevating, and growing, they really had this fear now because they was like, dang, I know I need to be doing that, but I ain't got the discipline. How they able to do it? They don't like that. So now here goes the jealousy. Here goes the envy. Here goes all of that. So it is what it is, man. I done been there, done that, man. I done been there, done that. I'm talking about people that wasn't supposed to be hating on me, didn't hate it on me. That's why, like I said, I don't keep a lot of people around me. I'm not about to have a situation where somebody gets one up on me because I put all my trust in the individual, let my guards down because I thought since I knew somebody for so long, they wouldn't backdoor me, as they say, double cross me, something like that. Nah, that's how I'm able to talk about what I want to talk about and move the way that I move because I don't keep a lot of people around me. Ain't nobody about to infiltrate me because I don't rock with a lot of people. I don't keep a large entourage. I ain't out here meeting up with people all the time. Ain't nobody finna get one up on me like that. Antoinette, Peace Queen, what's happening? Original one, man, everything is peaceful, man. We all good. Like I said, there's more people that you gotta vet out. You gotta circle of 10 homeboys, homegirls. That's 10 people you gotta watch. It's too many. It's too many. I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that. I don't feel like watching 10 people. I don't feel like it. You know? Because contrary, man, people don't like to see you shining out here, man. Like I said, it's a very select few of people that's actually genuine. Very select few. That's why I just started rocking in the sense of like, man, I'm rocking with people who rock with me. As far as support and things like that. I ain't about to go out of my way to support folk that don't want to support me. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Make that make any sense? Oh, Rashawn, I tell people this all the time. I tell people, especially dudes, I tell people this all the time. I said, I done told dudes, I'm like, man, when you fat, now I vice versa, because it goes both ways. I tell people all the time, I said, listen, there should be no way that you enter a relationship and get caught off guard. I'm like, all you got to do in the beginning of a relationship is let people talk. They will tell you everything that you need to know because people talk way too much. All you got to do is sit back, let folks talk, and they going to reveal everything to you. They going to talk, they going to let it all out. All you got to do is ask the right questions, sit back and listen. Problem is, people are not good listeners these days. So people don't know how to do exactly what it is that I just said. Allow people to talk. They're going to reveal all the information that you need to know to. Easy. Easy. Like I'm telling you, let them talk. They will gladly tell you everything. Shantae, for sure, yeah, reciprocity is the law of the universe. Reciprocity. Like seriously. Like that's where the energy is at. You know, I'm not like I don't like if I'm about to do business with you, you know, and you not willing to support me in any way, shape, or form, why am I going out of my way to try to support you? Man, that don't make any sense. It doesn't. Yeah, D-Monte for sure. You know what I'm saying? Just let them talk. That's why I'm able to peep the scenes the way that I do. When I'm at a function that I don't really listen, if the function got more than about 10 people, that's too many people for me. But if you somehow get me to go to a function where it's a lot of people, I just sit back and I'm listening. So then after the function, I can tell you a lot that you probably missed because you was doing a lot of talking. I was doing a lot of listening. I heard what everybody was saying. So I can tell you who to watch. I can tell you who to look out for. I can tell you who to watch because I'm sitting back listening. I peep the scene. I'm listening to what such and such was saying over there. I heard what they said. Heard everything. I'm listening to it all, man. I go to a function, I'm listening. I ain't doing all that talking. I'm listening. I ain't trying to say too much. I'm like, all right, let me see what they talking about. This is how you avoid getting double-crossed, backstabbed, all of that. Listen to what people are saying. People be gossiping. And they gossip when you around. They just thinking you ain't listening. They think you out here having too much fun in the function. You know what I'm saying? You drunk. You done missed out on all the key points. All the key things that were said about you. You missed them. Not me. Etheric God, peace, what's happening? Mike, for sure. Hey, and I'm always learning, evolving, growing, things like that. And I do it at my own pace, not at the pace that somebody else wants for me. That's one thing I've never been too fond of that. I've never been too fond of somebody else trying to dictate my growth. And I find it, you know, you the best know of yourself. So one thing I'm not too fond of, man. One thing I'm not too fond of is when somebody that hasn't been with you since birth try to make it seem like they know your journey. What do I mean by that? When I say you the best know of yourself, you know how far you've came. You know how far you've come. You know the things that you used to struggle with. And you know the type of person that you are now. So you've been with a person, let's say you've been with a person for 3, 4 years. And they are trying to diminish your progress by making it seem like you're not growing at a rapid rate or at a fast rate or at the rate that they would like. Whole while they don't know that you've been struggling with something for 20 years, for 25 years. So you done been with it for 3 years and they want to say, oh man, you let's just say you deal with your anger. You know, that's something that I've been dealing with for the longest. They done been dealing with you for 3 years and they want to make it seem like you ain't made progress at the rate in which they would like. Bro, I've been dealing with anger for 20 plus years. I'm way better than I used to be 15 years ago. Trust me. So you don't know my story. You don't know my journey. You ain't been walking this path with me. You ain't been fighting this battle with me for as long as I've been fighting it. So don't try to make it seem like I'm not progressing out here because I know I've come a long way. That's one I can't stand when people do that. If you ain't been fighting something with a person for as long as they've been fighting it, just be quiet. If they have told you they have come a long way, accept that. Like I said, I've been dealing with like temper problems since I was a youngin'. You know what I'm saying? I'm 31 now. I'm telling you, my temper is way better at 31 than it was at 15. But yeah, I still have situations where the temper gets the best of me. But that don't mean I ain't made large steps. Because like I said, from 25 to 31 is a big difference. But again, when you not moving at a rate of speed that suits somebody else, suits somebody else's needs, then they want to say, oh, okay, nah, you ain't progressing fast enough. No, I'm progressing just how I need to progress. D Monty, peace. Appreciate that donation. Hey, make them moves. You already know. So nah, man, if people don't understand your journey, don't tolerate that. Don't let them belittle you. Don't let them talk down on the progress that you have made over the years. Don't let them do that. Like I said, I know the hothead that I was back in the day. I'm not that same person. I still have some of those tendencies creep up from time to time, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was 15, 16 years ago. So yes, I've come a long way. But if you're trying to judge me in 2 or 3 years, then that's foul. That's foul because I'm still progressing. I'm still evolving. It's a process, man. It's a process, and I'm not moving. I'm not letting anybody else dictate my growth and development. Nobody else. Magic for sure. And what's crazy, they expect for you to move how they want you to move, but they don't even be moving. That's what's crazy. They expect for you to move how they moving, but they not moving though. Like they not really doing anything to elevate, to grow and develop, yet they pushing that on you. They not growing and developing at the rate of speed in which they trying to require from you. That's what I be finding is very interesting. Other people be wanting you to progress through life at the speed of light. Whole while when you analyze them, they still the same person that they was 10 years ago. But you want me to overnight become a person that I'm not. Like, come on, man. Like, we ain't dealing with those people, man. We ain't dealing with them. Oh, Etheric, man, that's every, like, listen, those are the ones, like I said, unfortunately, family, friend, like so-called friends, all that, those are going to be the ones that hate to see you rise the most. And my science behind that, especially when it's family and like friends, people that have known you for a long time, see, they saw where you were. You know what I'm saying? They knew the person that you were when you were 10, 12, 15, 18. Then all of a sudden, it's like you didn't evolve. You didn't transcend it. And they stuck on this person that you were. They was like, man, at 17, you was a poison animal eater. You was wicked. You ain't had none of this knowledge. And then now at 25, you reading all these books. You then became a vegan. You're meditating. This ain't making sense. How did you go from this to that? A person that don't know you, they don't know that part of your journey. They just see where you're at now. But them people, man, that saw you be that savage, that saw you living just like how they living, now you done separated yourself from them, and they like, wait a minute. How you able to do this, and I'm not? And just 5 years ago, we was on the same level. This don't make any sense. So that's when the jealousy kicks in. And I feel like that's why the jealousy kicks in. Because they was able to say, man, 5 years ago, we was on the same, we was at the same spot. Then all of a sudden, you just started doing different things, and now you done elevate. You done pass me up. I don't like that. So now they gotta hate. Redbird, I used to get that all the time. He's quiet. And I didn't got it all. He's quiet. He's weird. He's strange. He don't talk a lot. Yeah, what I'm gonna talk about? Y'all over here talking about some nonsense. Y'all eating swine. Y'all doing a bunch of, y'all drinking. I don't drink. I don't do things that y'all doing at this function. Why am I here? I don't listen to the same music y'all listening to. What y'all want me to talk about? They just want you to be fake once again. Oh, you a Grinch, this, that, and the third. No, I'm just a different dude. I don't fool with what y'all fooling with right now. I don't fit into this situation. So I'm going to let y'all rock. Like, I'm cool with sitting down to myself, not interacting with folks. That doesn't hurt my feelings. It doesn't make me feel like I'm left out. Like, I'm cooling. Just leave me alone. Don't try to force me to be in no conversation that I don't want to be in. Then I will be annoyed. I'm cool, man. For one, I don't want to be at the function. But, like, if I don't want to be at this function, just leave me alone. Let me cool to myself. I'm good. If the function outside, let me just enjoy this nature, enjoy this sun. I don't need to be interacting with people to have a good time. I'm cool. I'm cooling, man. Just let me sit off to myself and observe and just chill. Don't be trying to force me to be in no conversation where y'all ain't talking about nothing. Or y'all ain't gonna like my perspective on something. And y'all just want to argue. I ain't coming for that. Go ahead and do what y'all came here to do and let me sit back and chill out. Chris Peace, what's happening? Theoric, man, yeah, and that's how it is, man. For the most part, when you're not doing all of that talking, man, you observe, man, that's, hey, a lot of intelligent folks move like this. A lot of intelligent folks. In my experience in life, it be the dumb ones that got the most to say. Those be the dumb ones, got the most to say. Like, why are you talking so much? Rashawn, for sure. Definitely let that fear go. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't missing out on nothing. I done been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't missing out on anything. It's overrated conversations, overrated feelings. Like, you ain't missing out on anything. Point blank, period. You ain't missing out on anything. Yep, Magic, yeah. Yep. You know, you get called negative. They think you got an attitude. They think you depressed, all this other type of stuff. Whole while the depressed folks and the negative folks be the ones that's talking the most. What they call it, antisocial. And make it appear as if it's something negative. Oh, he's antisocial. Come on, man. Nah, I just don't want to talk about what y'all talking about. If y'all was talking about something that made sense, then I'm in the conversation. If y'all was talking about something that's relevant to what I fool with, then I'm in the conversation. Y'all just not talking about something that I care to talk about. Now, again, that's cool. Y'all talking about it, but don't label me because I don't want to be in the conversation. I'm letting y'all live and breathe talking about what y'all talking about, but now y'all want to try to force me to be in the conversation and then say I'm antisocial because I don't want to talk about it. Like, I just don't want to talk about what y'all talking about. That's it. That's all. If y'all was talking about something that I fool with talking about, I'll be in the conversation. I'll add my input. Just period. Oh, Mike, 100%. 100. Listen, love and all that is cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you need your peace. You need your health and sanity. You know, and we gotta just redefine love out here. You know what I'm saying? We gotta redefine it. The best love is self-love. You know what I'm saying? So if you love yourself, which I'm sure we all do, you gotta make decisions that revolve around that love for self. And it's hard for you to have that love for self if you're not embracing peace also. So you got to do what's bringing you peace. You got to do what's activating that peace, I should say. So anything that's disrupting your peace, or as Ludacris and them said, disturbing your peace, you got to let it go. If someone or something is disturbing your peace consistently, then nah, all that love and stuff got to go out the window. No, you are consistently disturbing my peace. I must disconnect. Because if I allow this, now my health is declining. And I fool with having my health. I don't want my health to decline. Y'all heard me talk about stress. Shrinking your thymus gland, which produces the white blood cells, which those white blood cells help you fight cancer, help you fight off cancerous cells. And that's any form of stress. So if somebody is bringing stress in your life, they shrinking your thymus gland, decreasing your ability to fight off cancerous cells. I'm not about to be interacting with a person like that. I'm not about to be trying to move with a person like that. No, you literally are causing my health to decline. Literally. Michael, peace, what's happening? The one, peace, what's happening? I don't have time for that. You are literally shrinking my thymus gland. That's what you are literally doing. Every time you stress me out, I get sicker. Like, that's what you tell people. Every time you stress me out, I get sicker. I'm losing white blood cells. I'm losing my ability to fight off cancer. Every time you bring some nonsense my way. Oh, Chris, for sure, I do that all the time, man. I tell people, I either say you might not want to hear my thoughts on it, or I might just encourage them to keep an open mind to what I'm about to say because it might be different from what y'all have been taught. Or it may just be a totally different perspective. So just keep an open mind. I come with the disclaimer. But most of the time, that's not enough. People do the total opposite. When you tell them to keep an open mind, they do the total opposite of what you just told them to do. They keep a closed mind. So they do the total opposite. They do the total opposite of what you tell them to do. You be like, all right, man, go ahead, keep an open mind. And their mind is closed. It closes instantly. And that's why I don't tend to have a lot of conversations with folks. Because I found myself being very open to what folks say. People hear what I talk about all the time, man. Y'all hear my views on things like religion. And I have conversations with all of these folks. The problem is when I start to speak. So I will have conversations with religious folks all the time. And I will let them get their religious perspective off. I will let them do it. It's when I start opening my mouth that now I'm getting judged. They cutting me off. They telling me why what I'm saying is wrong. Now we got a problem. I let you speak your piece. I didn't correct you. I didn't tell you what you saying is wrong. I didn't cut you off. But now when I'm doing it, you doing that to me. So I speak from experience when I say these things. Man, I have conversations with these folks and I let them talk. I let them say something even if I feel like it's wrong. Even if I can bring the facts to disprove what it is that they are saying, I'll let them get some of that stuff off. It's only when you ask me a question that I may answer it, may or may not answer it. It's only time. But I let plenty of people get their rocks off, whether it's wrong or right. But a lot of times people don't let me get my 2 cents in without judging. He reacts for sure. Very emotional. Very, very emotional. And that's the problem that I face. People get overly emotional. And I be trying to warn them. Like, that's why I come with the disclaimer. I'm like, I'm about to probably tell you something that goes against what you have been taught since you were born. So that disclaimer is added to prevent the emotional response. But I know I'm going to still get it anyway. But I just add the disclaimer for my own protection. So then I can say, well, I tried to tell you. I told you at the beginning that I'm about to tell you something that you may not like. I'm about to tell you something that probably goes against what you've been taught. So that's for my protection. So I can go back and say, man, I told you in the beginning that I was about to say this. You know, so I can make you, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a slap in the face. Like, hey, I told you that I was about to say this. So why are you getting emotional? Because I warned you. So that's right there is showing and proving that you are indeed responding emotionally because I gave you a fair warning. I gave you a fair warning. So when I give you the fair warning and you choose to get emotional, that's on you. But we don't really have civil conversations these days, man. People don't really be trying to have efficient and productive conversations. They're not trying to do it. Everybody just want to be right. Like, that's what it is at the end of the day. Everybody want to be right. That's it. Especially when it comes to the men out here. We just want to be right. Like, we ain't trying to listen to one another. We ain't trying to learn from each other. We just want to be right. Now, what you said is wrong. What I'm about to tell you is right. Like, that's what we be on. We got to learn how to have healthier conversations, healthier dialogues amongst one another, man. Everybody just trying to be right, prove a point. That's not what it's about all the time. Oh, Chris, for sure. I tried to told you. That's what my folks down south would say. I tried to told you. A theory can get exact. Agree to disagree is rare. Eugene, peace, what's happening? That rarely actually ever happens. To where we agree to disagree and it's healthy. Like, all right, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but are we going to agree to disagree on this? Like, period. I respect what you're saying, but I still feel the way that I feel. But it's still all love, though. Like, nah, we got to get in a shouting match. You know what I'm saying? We gotta tell you why what you said is wrong a million times. Might call you stupid in the process. All type of stuff. All type of energy on display. Everybody trying to convert everybody over to their way of life. That's part of the problem. Man, just let people be, man. Let people be. The people that need to get converted over to your perspective on something, they gonna come to you. They gonna come to you. The people that need your expertise on a certain subject, they gonna come to you when they ready. You can't be forcing people to value your expertise on a particular subject when they not ready for it. Can't do it. Airview, the biggest thing, gotta be right. And it's crazy because most of the time we be striving to be right when it comes to subject matter that's kind of abstract. You know what I'm saying? It don't even be things where you can bring a lot of facts to the table. We be trying to be right about abstract concepts and ideas. Things to where it's hard to prove or disprove. Those are the things that we striving to be right about. I done been in that, man. I done been in those type of conversations. I'm like, at the end of the day, what are we doing? Like neither one of us can really prove or disprove what the other is saying. So like, what's the point of this conversation? I can see if we was conversing about something to where I could literally bring you facts. It's like, all right, the research says X, Y, and Z. Studies say X, Y, and Z. Studies say if you adopt this type of lifestyle, if you eat these types of foods, then you probably gonna hit your weight loss goal. Like, nah, we be debating about things, like we be debating about religion, things like that. Like, dude, what are we talking about? Like, what are we doing? Like, at the end of the day, I can't disprove your religion, nor can you prove it. So at the end of the day, it's gonna boil down to you fooling with what you fooling with, I fool with what I fool with. That's at the end of the day, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You fool with your way of life, I fool with my way of life. I can't disprove your way of life, nor can you prove it, and same with me. It all sounds good, though. It all sounds good. And like I say, it's even a time and a place for that. When it's healthy, when the dialogue is healthy, when everybody is bringing valid points to the table, you know what I'm saying? We ain't shouting at one another, things like that. Then it's cool. Then it's cool when you did the knowledge and you bringing information to the table and you doing it in a civil manner. Like, that's cool. Without being bashful and things like that. Montel, peace, what's happening? Oh, Chris, for sure, 100%. You have to find that common ground. Yeah, 100%. I feel like as black people in general, we got to have that common ground. We got to have that common ground. Eugene, you say also about letting people talk. You sometimes read between the lines. For sure, 100%. Read between the lines. You can figure things out using context clues. Hey, when you allow people to talk, you're going to uncover a lot. You're going to uncover a lot by letting people talk. That's why I do it. That's why I let them talk. I'm going to ask questions, and I'm going to let you respond to the questions that were asked. I'm going to let you respond. You're going to give me the information that I need. All y'all got to do, man, if you really trying to find something out, all you got to do is let people talk and just watch them. Just watch them. That's why, like I said, when people be in these relationships and, man, be like, man, I ain't know such and such was like that. You wasn't watching. You wasn't analyzing them, and you wasn't letting them talk. You wasn't having conversations with them. That's how they was able to get one up on you. That's how they was able to sneak and do something behind your back or whatever the case may be. You wasn't talking to them enough. You wasn't analyzing them enough. Man, I'm telling you, what they say, the devil is in the details. All you got to do is analyze how people move. It'll be that one small clue that will give it away. If you're in a relationship with a person and we could tap into something like cheating and you want to know if they cheating or not, I'm telling you, analyze it. It's going to be one small thing that they doing that's different that's going to give it away. But if you not analyzing it, then they gonna be getting away with it for however long it takes you. But you gotta analyze, man. Everybody has routines. Everybody has things that they do on it. Like, we like routines. The brain, the mind likes to work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? We creatures of habits. So when somebody starts doing something differently, like cheating, you know what I'm saying, then you gotta pay attention. Pay attention. If they doing something differently, it's gonna be in the details of how they moving. That's how you find out somebody doing something differently. If you just want to find out if they're doing it, let them talk. Let them talk. You either gonna find the truth out in the details, or you gonna find truth out in regards to what they say. But either way, that truth, the cream, what they say, the cream should rise to the top. That's the truth. The truth gonna always come to the light every time. When people start moving differently, you like, hold on, what? It's like me. Boom, if you just want to analyze, I'm always working, right? So I'm always in the gym. Like, at any given time, if I start going to other places, hey, hold on, dude, that's something is off. You know what I'm saying? Something is off instantly. Like, if I start going, man, I go to the crib, and I might go holler at my parents, and I'll be at the gym. If I start going to different places, then it's like, hold on, what is he doing? Why is all of a sudden now he's starting to go to stores a lot more? Like, boom, I got routine. Everybody has routine. Everybody has certain, like, habits, things they do on a consistent basis. When they start breaking those habits, something has changed. When they start breaking the routine, something has changed. Like when they break the routine for no reason, or at least a reason that they're not telling you. Now, if they tell, okay, yeah, they got another job, or they got a new job, something along those lines, to where they can let you know, hey, yeah, my routine gonna change. But if the routine is just changing, and it's like they haven't said anything as to why, something is off. Something is off. Something is off big time. And Chris, I would say even still, it's still simple to find out, because again, if you know that that's how the person is moving, then again, now you got that knowledge. So then now you just got to alter how you watch the person. Because if you're dealing with somebody with one personality, so to speak, I feel like everybody has multiple personalities, by the way. Yeah, I feel like most people have multiple personalities. It's very, very select few that actually be the same way all the time. Very select few. But I feel like a lot of people have multiple personalities, man. In regards to the masses, I'm not talking about the small percentage of us that we the same wherever we go. I would consider myself that small percentage, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all are that small percentage. But I feel like for the masses, for the most part, 85-90% of the population, they act one way with their white friends. I've seen this. One way with the black friends, one way at the job, one way when they at this function. It's all over the place. All over the place. Khalil, peace, what's happening? All traveling for at the end of the day, and I'm gonna keep it real. At the end of the day, the feds know what's up. The feds know what's up, but they ain't gonna really ever catch us slipping. They ain't gonna catch us slipping, man, because we put pressure on them. See, we didn't already let it be known when we start talking about certain subjects. We didn't already let it be known that if something were to happen, and again, you know, and I'm gonna give y'all a tactic that I use in reference to like the feds. I ain't acting like I'm some big name that's on the radar, but this is one of the tactics that they use when they put the truth in plain sight. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put the truth in plain sight so that if something were to happen to me, y'all already know what's up. Because I didn't told y'all what's up. I didn't told y'all semi how I move and what I do. So if something odd were to happen to me, y'all already know what happened. Y'all already know. So it would be hard for them to do something to me because y'all already know that, hey, this dude only do X, Y, and Z. They can't hit me with y'all. They can't find me OD'd in my gym. Y'all know I don't do no drugs. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different ways that they can't catch me slipping because y'all already know that this ain't that. Dude don't do that. Dude, don't do that. They can't catch me late at night and be like, oh, do it. I don't be out late at night because I didn't put the truth in plain sight for them. So it's hard for them to do something to me because I done told y'all what's up. So y'all will know it's some foul play. If something were to happen to me, y'all know it was foul play behind it because y'all know what I be on. Y'all know what I do and y'all know what I don't do. So y'all can't be like, he was probably on some drugs. Nope, dude, don't do no drugs. He was probably at the club hanging around the wrong people. Nope, dude, don't hang around people. So y'all already know. Oh, he was infiltrated. It was probably his large circle of, he don't have a large circle of friends. So so the feds ain't finna catch me slipping. Nope. If they do, y'all know what's up. Hopefully y'all ride for me. But you know what I'm saying? But they can't, y'all like, that's foul play, because dude don't do that. That's how they get a lot of like some of these individuals. You know, some of these brothers be into the drugs. So it's easy for the feds to tackle some of these folks. We just gonna do something to them, boom, poison them, and then say, oh, it was drugs. Well, it's believable because the person was already on the drug. The person did drugs. They rapped about it. So it's believable. Oh, yeah, such and such. Yeah, they did talk about drugs a lot, so this makes sense. Whole wow, some foul play behind it. We ain't even know it. That's how they move. I'm telling y'all, that's how they do it. Some of these entertainers and folks that they just said died of drug overdoses did not die of drug overdoses. Some of them did, but some of them didn't. Some of them did, but some of them didn't. So again, like I said, something were to happen to me, y'all know who did that. Y'all know, y'all can't, they can't, oh, it was suicide. No, sir. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. So I done eliminated all them possibilities. All them possibilities. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I just tapped into the time, man. I got 10 o'clock appointment, man, so we 5 minutes away from that. So I got to get this gym together, man, for these sessions, these last few sessions for this Sunday. Then I got to chill out, man, do some reading, man, probably get some rest, man. Rest is crucial for your growth and development out here, man. I ain't been getting enough of that, man. Been grinding hard, man, just been doing what I have to do out here. I got to start back. They got me a new laptop, man, so I'm good in the game now. So I'm about to start cranking these books back out, man. So be on the lookout, man. Give me about a month or two. I'm about to start cranking these books out. I'm talking about, man, like cracking stuff in the 80s. We about to put these books out, man. So I hope y'all ready to get this information in book form. I got my laptop, so I'm good. Everything is all good now, man. So I'm about to really start cranking these books out, giving y'all the information. So be on the lookout. Probably around May or June for the first joint in a few years, and then I'm gonna just boom, month after month, we about to start dropping these books, man. I'm telling you, just watch, man. Y'all ain't never seen this type of production before. I'm about to be dropping books at a rate that y'all ain't never seen. I'll break a record or something. But hopefully y'all ready though. But I'm out, man. I appreciate the donations, man. Appreciate the comments. It's always love. It's always peace, man. Y'all be easy. Enjoy the rest of this Sunday, man. Get y'all some fruits and some veggies in. Hey, if this ain't your rest day, get you a nice workout in. Meditate. Do some journaling. Read some positivity in a book or something. Listen to some positivity on the YouTube. Whatever it is you must do. Get you some positivity in. But I'm out, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Peace.